stands for Hispanic IT Executive Council. We are about 100 or so of the world's best technology leaders that just happen to be Hispanic. I'm going to really talk about this topic today from a technology perspective in our pipeline, and really talk about the growth and demand for technology talent, the crisis that I think we face in supplying this demand, and talk about some solutions. And it's kind of really appropriate because if you look within this area, and a lot of people here are from the Valley, I mean, this is the global capital of technology and innovation, a place that has created companies like Google, Facebook, created the iPad, iPhone, YouTube, Twitter, Xbox, things that really you look at back 6 years, these things haven't existed and have scaled in terms of customers in the tens of millions. I mean, the iPad itself had sold 1 million in 1 month. And when you look at that, that's causing a tremendous growth and demand for technology talent. I've had the opportunity to present about technology and disruptive models around the world, and I can tell you that the demand for technology talent in this pipeline is only increasing and accelerating. Over the next 5 or 6 years, the Department of Labor and Bureau of Statistics has about a 2 million increase in demand. And further to this, as we look at defending our nation, I'd ask a question to the audience. Does anybody know how many times in 2009 that our Department of Defense was attacked by cyber attacks? How many there were? Let me take a guess. 100,000. So this is this again, whether it's the demand, explosive demand for these business models, or what's happening from a cyber terror, there's a huge demand for talent. Now, from a crisis perspective, we call this thing a pipeline, and I would argue that it's more like a funnel. That when you look at from a high school to college to the executive ranks, what we have is just coming out a little drip. And when you look at that in the context of the business models and our national security, we have an economic prosperity and a national security issue. This is further exacerbated when you look at, we all live in a flat world. And it's very easy, China and India, and my good friends from Intel can appreciate this, that we've lost our competitiveness in terms of the amount of technology degrees that we're kicking out. And when you look at that in our Hispanic community, and we have great representatives from education space here, we're really facing a threat. And this, from my leadership perspective, where I'm proud to serve, this is something I wake up and it scares me every day. So from a solutions perspective, this is not one simple answer, but a couple different solutions. So one, we need to increase the awareness. So I'd ask all of you guys to really let's kick up and increase the awareness that we are in this crisis. Two is we got to fix our national education system. I think everybody would agree that the dropout rate within our community, our urban centers, is unacceptable, and technology can be a lever to help fix that. But we could do a whole summit on that. The third, I think this one is the most important. We all have mentors or people we're mentoring. I would encourage us to double that amount. Additionally, I think we should leverage technology. Right? All of our mentoring tips and techniques that we could pass on can be shared via YouTube, video, Twitter, all these phenomenal technologies. Our community is thirsting for positive role models, and everybody in this room, I think, can contribute to that. Accelerate the corporate outreach to HACR, all the multiple organizations that are here. And lastly, let's leverage technology, because it's an equalizer, a catalyst, an accelerator, and it's new and it changes. So. With that, I look forward to answering your questions. Thank you for being here, and look forward to answering questions.